Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Channel. I'm Ella.
Hi, Ella. Hi, everyone. It's really great to be here again.
It's wonderful to have you back, Tom. And to all our amazing listeners, thank you so much for tuning in today.
Yes, thank you for spending your time with us and learning English together.
Today, we have a super simple and very useful topic, especially for beginners.
That's right, Ella. Today we're going to talk about our day, the things we do every day.
It's a great way to practice basic verbs and everyday vocabulary.
Exactly.
Before we start, if you enjoy learning English with us, please remember to subscribe to English Podcast Channel, share this episode with your friends who are also learning, and give us a thumbs up. It really helps us a lot.
Yes, please do, and we always love hearing from you.
So feel free to leave a comment about your day or anything you're learning right now.
Okay, Ella, are you ready to talk about what we do during the day?
Absolutely. Let's start with the morning. What do you usually do in the morning, Tom?
Well, the first thing I do is wake up. I usually wake up around 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. That's a good time. I sometimes wake up a little earlier, around 6:30.
Wow, you're an early bird. After I wake up, I get out of bed.
Me too. Get out of bed is a very important phrase.
That's right. After that, I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face.
Brush my teeth and wash my face. These are very common actions.
Exactly. After that, I go to the kitchen.
Ah, the kitchen. What do you do there in the morning?
I usually make breakfast.
Make breakfast. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I often have coffee and toast. Sometimes I eat fruit too, like a banana or an apple.
Coffee and toast. Simple and delicious. I usually have tea and some cereal.
Nice. After breakfast, I get dressed.
Get dressed means you put on your clothes.
Exactly. I choose my clothes for the day and put them on.
And what do you do after you get dressed?
If I'm going out, I put on my shoes and my coat.
Put on my shoes and put on my coat. Very good.
Then I usually leave the house.
Leave the house. Where do you usually go in the morning?
I usually go to work. I work in an office.
Go to work. Sometimes you work from home too, right?
Yes, sometimes I work from home, but sometimes I also go to the office.
That's interesting. Can you tell us about your full morning routine?
Sure, I wake up around 6:30, get out of bed, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, go to the kitchen, make tea, have cereal for breakfast, get dressed, put on my shoes, leave the house, and go to work.
That's a great morning routine. We used a lot of important verbs there.
Yes, wake up, get out of bed, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, go to the kitchen, make breakfast, have breakfast, get dressed, put on shoes, put on a coat, leave the house, go to work.
Those are very useful verbs for beginners.
Now let's talk about what we do during the day. What do you do at work?
At work, I usually sit at my desk and work on my computer. I answer emails and write reports.
Sit at my desk, work on my computer, answer emails, write reports. Many people do these things.
That's right. Sometimes I also have meetings with my colleagues.
Meetings are when people get together to talk about work.
Exactly. What about you when you work from home?
I also sit at my desk and use my computer. I write articles, prepare lessons, and sometimes have online meetings.
Those are very useful phrases to know.
Then, usually around lunchtime, I have lunch.
What you usually have for lunch?
I often have a sandwich or a salad, something light.
That sounds healthy. I sometimes bring my lunch from home or go out to eat.
After lunch, we usually go back to work until the end of the day.
And what happens after work?
After work, I usually go home.
Going home is a great feeling. What do you do when you get home?
Sometimes I relax on the sofa and watch TV.
That sounds really relaxing.
It is. Sometimes I also cook dinner.
What do you like to cook?
I like to cook pasta, or sometimes I make a simple soup.
Pasta and soup sound delicious. I also like cooking, and sometimes I try new recipes.
After dinner, I usually wash the dishes.
Not my favorite activity, but it has to be done.
Me neither. Sometimes I read a book or talk to my family or friends.
Reading and talking to family are great evening activities.
In the evening, I sometimes go for a walk or listen to music.
What kind of music do you like?
I like many kinds, but often I listen to something relaxing in the evening.
Before going to bed, what do you usually do?
I brush my teeth again, and then I go to bed.
That's a good habit. What time do you usually go to bed?
I try to go to bed around 10:30 or 11.
I usually go to bed a little later, around 11:30.
Before we finish, Ella, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Is your routine the same on weekends as weekdays?
Not exactly. On weekends, my routine is similar, but it's much more relaxed.
Same here. On weekdays, I wake up early, but on weekends, I wake up later.
Yes, I still wake up, but I don't rush. Sometimes I stay in bed for a few minutes and relax.
That's one of the best parts of the weekend, but I still brush my teeth and wash my face.
Me too. Some habits don't change.
What about breakfast on weekends?
I take more time. Sometimes I make a bigger breakfast or enjoy my coffee slowly.
Exactly. Breakfast feels nicer when you don't hurry.
And after breakfast, we don't go to work, so the day feels different.
Yes, I might go for a walk, meet friends, or do things at home.
I also do chores sometimes, like cleaning or doing laundry.
Same. It's not always fun, but it feels good after.
What about dinner on weekends?
I often try new recipes because I have more time.
That's nice. Weekends are great for enjoying simple things.
And even though I go to bed later, I still try to sleep well.
Yes, because a new week starts quickly.
So today we talked about our day from morning until night.
Yes, about waking up, getting ready, working, eating, relaxing, and sleeping.
These are things everyone does, so everyone can practice this.
Try talking about your own day in English.
You can say it out loud or write it down.
Don't worry about mistakes.
Learning English takes time and practice.
Be patient with yourself and enjoy the process.
Thank you so much for joining us today on English Podcast Channel.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it.
Leave a comment and tell us about your day.
We really enjoy reading your messages.
Until next time, keep practicing your English.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.